my friends. It's Turgon the Wise coming at you with a new vid today. And today is the season 14 recap. My recap of my 14th season playing Lord of the Rings Rise to War. And I think we did all right. Happy with my final merit tally there, 3,272,000. Not bad. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Let's check out uh, the final map here before I kind of walk through everything. So we got a red pin up here. We got our 32-day red pin here. Absolutely crazy season. So much fighting every day. Every day. So it's definitely had a lot of action. It was good. It was a good season overall. It was a crazy season, and it all started. We weren't even finished our last season yet when it all started. So, I mean, first and foremost, I just want to congratulate everyone, you know, on this absolutely incredible, thrilling season. Um, it's all done now, as you can see, and I think we fought really hard against a lot of really good opponents. And there was times where we were kind of doing a one-on-one with our kingdom versus the Green Kingdom, Lame and Pran, and that was some good fighting there. That was some good fighting. Really enjoyed that for when that lasted, and then we fought against the Teal Kingdom, the Meta Chaos Kingdom, and that was fun. And then we fought both of them for 5 weeks almost, 4 weeks. Yeah, what was the final pin here? 30 days, 32 days, 32 days. So, I mean, 28 days is 7 days in a week, 4 weeks. So, 4.5 weeks we've been fighting the center of the map, and what an incredible battle it was. So, I'm really proud that we were able to defend this region because there was some times it wasn't looking so good, but we hung in there. So what an incredible season. So again, I just want to congratulate everyone. You see all the flags here. The only flag that's missing from this fight now is Eilil, who was out in the west here. But I mean, we had 8 dynamite teams between Eudes, Gods, Meta, Chaos, Lame, Pran, and Order Eilil. Just an incredible server. So congratulations to everyone. But I mean, we started planning this thing back in February, and in that server, it was kind of interesting. We were talking about doing a big server like this, and some of the teams did not want meta to be involved. Specifically, Lame. They had said that meta was toxic and had a history of manipulating screenshots. So we actually advocated for meta. We said, that was then, this is now. Let's keep the past in the past, and it's different leadership now than then. Mostly different. A lot of the people on the team have turned over, including the person they said who had done the fake screenshot thing. So we really advocated strongly for meta to join the server, and it kind of some arguments ensued, and I left the server, and then all of our leaders except Francis got booted off that server. And then a couple weeks later, everyone cooled down, and our season ended. We were in Bag End, and the negotiations began again. This time, I think Gods and Chaos were already present when I re-arrived on the scene. And again, during all those discussions, we were 7 teams discussing. We needed an eighth team, and I don't know. It just seemed pretty obvious to me that it was going to be Meta, and Liam and uh, Isle and Order were like, nope. If they show up, we'll just gangbang them or whatever. That and that never really happened. This server. There were some moments here and there throughout the season where 6v2 happened, but they didn't last long. Um, I'll get into that in a little bit. So we didn't actually know for sure that Meta was going to be on the server until signups ended. We were in discussions directly with Meta to potentially play on a different server with them. The com server that started on, I think, the 20th of March, the one before ours. And we had been transparent in that we were talking on the ILO server about doing that com. And we asked them, what their level of interest was, and they didn't give us really a reply. I don't think at all. Or they deflected it, or I don't remember what they said, to be perfectly honest, because our entire chat was deleted. But we'll get into that a little later as well. So, I mean, we didn't know, no. We tried pretty hard before the season began to get them to tell us that they were going to join, and they did not do that. We did not collaborate with Meta at all prior to this season. So um, once the signups ended, and they like within an hour of the signup ending, they were messaging us like, "Hey, we're joining the server. We're spawning in forward ways. It's going to be great." And we're like, "Okay, cool, yay!" Now the elephant's out of the room and out of the bag or whatever the saying is. And so I mean the preseason planning for this server was not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I think it would have been better if we were all able to properly pre-plan, so that then you know you don't have teams spawning on top of other teams when the day started, and that's what happened. Ilil and Order, the Orange Kingdom there on the lower left-hand side of the screen, uh, they originally spawned up in Forward Waith, and so did Meta. And then Chaos actually originally spawned up here, I believe, in Arid Mithrin. And we've always been down here in the Land of Five Streams and in Daggerlad. God spawned in Daggerland, we spawned in Land of Five Streams. Pran was in Iron Hills, and Lame was in Rune, essentially. That was how the season started. And Ilil and Order learned pretty quickly that Meta were a very, very strong team, and they were pretty severely handicapped. The first, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, they couldn't really get anything going at all, and Meta was just beating up on them, so they ended up relocating all their people. So, I mean, it's like day 3, and you move all your people to the White Mountains, and so we don't really know what Ilil and Order were capable of doing this season, but definitely their efforts were not in vain. I mean, they still played a significant role, even if they were never involved in these battles by Dol Guldur. Their efforts out in the West and drawing the meta chaos kingdom's attention out there. And there was another kingdom out here for a very, very long time. If you watch any of my previous season weekly update vids, this was a blue kingdom out here called Rip, and they took um, Grey Havens from Rip, I don't know, 10 hours ago, 12 hours ago, something like that. So, because they had Dol Guldur, they needed more significant structures to get the gold banner, and they were not able to do that. So, in my humble opinion, everyone on the server is a winner, despite all the things that happened from a diplomatic standpoint. So, I mean, I'm pretty proud of this regional lord banner. You know, this is probably the sexiest not gold banner I've ever received. I'm extremely proud of it. I hope everyone on the server is, because I mean, you hunker down in a trench and you fight for 32 days straight after fighting, other places for days and days. I mean, I look across all my seasons here and I'm pretty proud of this one. It's kind of the inverse of what happened in this season when I played War of the Ring. Um, because like it was like 200 versus like 450, something like that. Maybe it was even like in the beginning stages of the server, it was like 260 to like 600. But as the season wore on, people quit. And this season, it was the opposite. Everyone it was a much more um, even like 2v2v2v2. Was pretty good. I mean, everyone at some point really faced multiple teams. I mean, Pran and Lame were fighting gods and chaos, and then we came over and they had a nap. So yeah, the nap took us by surprise. Anyway, let me come here. Yeah, so there's a bunch of notes that I had for myself that I kind of skipped over, but I don't know if it's really all that important. I mean, we already talked about everything from the preseason perspective and the early game. I mean, in the early game, we farmed our butts off. I actually relocated within 24 hours of the season. It was the first time I ever done that because the spot that I spawned was so shitty. Let me show you where it was. Absolutely sucked so bad. I hated it. So that was one of the few times I got to say I really benefited from this new marching system where you don't have to tile everywhere, make connecting tiles. I spawned like up here. It was awful. Yeah, it was like somewhere around here. Actually, I'm pretty sure this was where my base was, like right here. Just an awful, awful spot. Like there's a river running. Like if I wanted to reach this, it was like a 15-minute walk just to that tile because I had to go all the way around this mountain range that connected to this river. It was just it was so stupid. So I moved. I moved straight to Harondor, like pretty fast. So I was up here in near Harad. Oh, actually, no, just moved it to south near Harad. I was like over here. This is where the bolus of my safe farm was down here near Harad, and it was being pecked at all season by this kill team. Not sure who they all were, but then after that, we were fighting up here, and I moved somewhere up in here. You can see all my structures. So when I was conscripting dudes, they were marching from here to there. Not a super terrible long march time, to be honest. Like 30, 50 minutes, I guess, sometimes. I don't know. If I was awake, I usually just sped up the process because you can do that with gems. That's the bolus of what I spend my gems on is like speeding stuff up because I have no patience whatsoever. And then after I moved there, just finding my spot on the map here. I moved somewhere over here because there was that fighting. Like really, the first PvP we had this season was against Meta between Undeeps and Lorien at this crossing over here. So I was on the other side uh, of this river, and we fought there for a little bit, and then we took southern Anduin Vale, and we were fighting up in there. So I moved my base. Actually, I moved to SAV somewhere up around here, but all my farm got taken from me, like every single last tile, which is normal. Complaining at all, that's expected. They ended the season with that. So um, after I moved here to there, and then from there somewhere in around here. and I was fighting quite a bit at the tunnel connecting Undeeps to SAV. Uh, and that probably took me to about week three or four, and eventually Meta broke in over here, and Pram broke and Lame broke in over there. Keep forgetting to mention Chaos. Meta and Chaos broke through over here, and Lame and Pram broke through over here, and I got pushed back just before anyone tried to start like uprooting me. I moved my base over to like this area in Calibrant Fields, somewhere in around here. You can see where I have that's my goat stable or whatever, where I get my rams. So I moved over to there and fought there for I was there for at least a week or so, and then I moved over to Undeeps by the Undeeps. Where's the keep? I was where the hell was I? I was somewhere over here, and then I moved over here to get my reinforcement times a little bit lower up here. And that's the season in a nutshell from purely my perspective. Um, so yeah, so that's basically it. We push game, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, there was a lot of other things, like I was saying before, that happened with the diplomacy that was kind of messed up. I ended up leaving all the diplomacy servers because just um, I don't know. I didn't feel like I could contribute anything productive. So I just decided to focus on doing everything I could to help my team win. And I think we had a hell of a season. Extremely proud of everyone really who participated in the server. Um, but I just couldn't help but find it ironic that throughout the course of the season, a lot of the underlying elements of the season was kind of like, meta and chaos avoiding the 6v2, and in the end, we fought and we fought and we fought and we fought in the Undeeps, and they came really close to taking the keep. And we fought and we fought and we fought and we fought, and then all of a sudden there was only a couple of days left, and there was no big ring battle or anything. Meta just took it without really any contest. And I don't think that at least to my knowledge, I don't know everything, but I mean, to my knowledge, they didn't really give Lame and Pran much of a heads up that that was going to happen. So um, they kind of precipitated the 6v2 that they worked so hard all season to avoid. And I couldn't help but find some irony in that, considering they kept kind of like gaslighting us and stuff in world chat, saying that Yudes was trying to precipitate a 6v2 versus them. Uh, the 6v2s that happened for a reason. And it all started with the pre-server planning, where it was like Lame never wanted Meta to be here in the first place, but yet in the end they were allies. So it's very strange how the relationships developed and unfolded throughout the course of this season, but all in all, it was such a great season that I don't even want to really go into all of the negatives, because I mean, it's just wild, some of the stuff. Like, even in unofficial capacities, our partners told us about like members of Meta, not like their leadership, but just people that they knew, that they had relationships with and that they were friends with from previous servers and stuff, like trying to coerce them to break our kingdom and to like just merge in with them. I mean, this was a really, like, while it was an incredibly fun and action-packed server, it was a little, it was murky from a diplomatic standpoint. But we all made it to the other side, and it's time to move forward. I know every team, every kingdom evolves season over season, so we're gonna be in Bag End soon, and we'll see what's going to happen next season. Let's check out a couple of things here while I gotcha. We can look at a couple of things like some reports. So you can watch any of my other videos where I've shown a lot of reports fighting in on deeps with the buff that buffs your troops and stuff by like 10%. Now you can see the inverse of that when you're fighting into that buff. So like these like whales like Chaos Empire here from Chaos absolutely just made me look silly here. Granted, I'm fighting into the counter, so that's plays a role, and also I'm not full, which also plays a role. I mean, it's not significant, but I got spanked. It's a hell of a hit by Empire there. And conversely, I got a little spank on here against Tones. Tones. Why would I say that? That's so silly. Tones. Like, like music tones. I'm a musician. I should know this. Anyway, just looking at some more. So the calves were definitely working better for me when I was attacking as opposed to when I was going in there with small units, I was just getting absolutely annihilated. Even here against Sakura, who's one of their better players. I mean, this is a really good report for me, I have to say. And maybe I got some RNG. Let's check. 277 and 59, so 286 plus 50, it's 330. Okay, so I mean, doesn't look like there was a whole lot of madness bomb going on here. A little bit, a couple thousand, but I don't know. I'd have to read more of the details of the report to understand what was happening there. Never saw this Weppers guy before, but pretty happy with this report. Granted, it's a 50 versus a 48, so I should do well. But this is also one of the rare instances where my small units did really well against an opponent. I think it's because he did not have the cavalry bonus. He used 3 medium units and 1 large, and it just didn't quite work out. I don't think he had the damage on his DD comms that he needed. Yeah. So, not a whale. Yay, I can beat someone. Because then you look at these other reports and it's mostly me just getting slapped silly. Slapped by Harb. I get slapped by here. Soccer there with 4,700 took me down 5K, more than crushed. And then Rain, not even full, crushed my full. I still got 4,000 merit for it though, so I mean, that's why you do it. Here's a good one. Oh, look at this. What happened? I got annihilated. What the fuck? Ooh, I mean, I did no damage to him, and I did damage to myself on top of him crushing me. Yikes. That is a crazy report, Harb. You're a sick puppy. Yeah, that skull helm is really good. Divide and conquer. Just really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Let's check out a couple more here. I did pretty good against this Chaos I Lily guy. I'll take that. I mean, it's a counter small unit versus large. Lot of lot of merit there for that. So thanks, buddy. 400. I got him with some madness there too. Eek. The RNG favored me. on that one. I got crushed on this one. Look at this. This is less than half full. And I had the counter, and I still got crushed. Jesus. It's crazy. So I figured I would take a couple minutes and walk through some final reports here this season. I don't have. There's the Rain Wizard report. Oh, that was I wasn't full in that one. There's got to be other ones. I kind of got Zup here, but he wasn't full. I think I'm pretty happy with this report against Camo. How do you Camel? I don't Camo Simo. Come on, come out, come out. I'm sorry. I'm not good at this. Uh, uh, so I had the counter here, so that maybe that makes some more sense. Having the horses versus the infantry gave me some advantages. Bounty hunter got me real good here. I'm surprised I got a draw of that, to be honest. Rain, spank. Well, I guess I did better than I thought, actually. 17 to 13, both full. Probably got some RNG going my way there. This guy spanked me pretty good. Phew, Lord Smeagol crushed me. Whoo. This guy is stacked. This guy is definitely one of the more stacked guys on the server. Really good. Really good stuff. Pretty good report here. I mean, Rock's not one of their best guys, but he's solid. Yeah, he's kind of like me. He had the RNG going for him here, I'm pretty sure. 289, 286, oh, so 6,000 damage to myself. Damn, at least, anyway. Yeah, he's pretty solid. He's like the Turgon of meta. Here's the one. I was looking for this one, to be honest, because when this happened, I was like, "Yep, I've been waiting for this to happen all season, where Rain just like bent me over, like." And this was it. This was the one. I did 100 over 100, like 194,000 damage, and he only 143 hit him. The other 50,000 hit myself. Sucker. I got so spanked there. Bilbo spanked me here too. He's really strong. This Scald guy smoked my ass too. He's got a trademark on that name. Don't mess with that name. He'll sue your ass. Solid. It's an interesting build. It's very interesting. 77,000 damage with Gandalf? Jesus, dude. 50 speed. Really nice, dude. That's a solid formation there. So, anyway, that's enough of that. I think I told the story, decently of the season. Let's go check out a couple more things just to, you know, let everything be shown. So, our top guy, CLF, congrats, 90,000 merit or contribution, I should say. So, that's 9 million merit. That's really impressive. Rocky Mo, Last Stand, Daka, Tarkin, Neo, Vanilla. Aries, Benitez, DP. I mean, these guys are good mates, good stuff. We ended up indeed with over 50 players with 3 million contribution. And if you keep going, I mean, 2 million contribution is also not bad. And we had 90, at least 90, 91 people that had 2 million merit. Then you look at these guys, over a million merit. I mean, this merit makes a difference. 143. I mean, probably is just under, probably like 950,000 merit, 925,000 merit, maybe 975, somewhere in that ballpark. Um, this guy probably just touched a million. Depends on how much siege he did. Grim Dragonborn, they're probably right around a million. And that's, I mean, this is 3/4 of our kingdom. You know, it's it's pretty outrageous. So here's what the Fellowship production, the final looks like. Lame had the most. Meta second. Yudes and Gods basically tied for third. We might have had a smidge more or something, but Chaos was right behind us with 1.8 and fifth. Pran 1.5, so a little bit of a dip there. And then Order at 1.2, so pretty good disparity between 5 and 7. 8 and 9, I mean, Ilil didn't even have a million production this season. But they stood firm. They did everything that they could with what they had. I gotta say, it's remarkable, remarkable. My hat's off to the Isle and Order Kingdom for your perseverance. My hat's off to everyone on the server for their perseverance. It was a great server, really, really good, really, really fun. Um, soon as I didn't have to deal with diplomacy anymore, and I could just focus on playing the game, helping out my team, it was a really, really nice server. And that's it, my friends. So, um, thanks so much for hanging in there and watching this video. I'm going to do a lengthy round of shout outs here because apparently people get upset when I leave them out. I'm just kidding. I love everyone on my team. But, I mean, our leadership core, outstanding leadership core, Francis, our leader, outstanding job, man. Really a pleasure working with you this season and looking forward to the next one. Jeff Kaka, Terror, CLF, Fellow of the Rings, Gibby Himley, Razor, Vanilla, and Two Steps. Outstanding, outstanding, outstanding guys to work with. Thanks so much for everything that you do and for, just being good people. DP, the Phoenix Fly, Captain Price, Darkness. Appreciate all your contributions this season in game and with the coordination. Thanks so much for all you do. You're awesome. Let's do it again next season. And my good friends Danny, Azer, Arcano, Puis, Thari, Avarik, uh, some really really great dudes from old Yadu dudes, and we missing our friends. Still gotta say fuck and fuck poet and all that. So it wouldn't be a season without saying that at least once. Fuck pure too. Miss those guys. Hope you're all doing well. Sealed or herb. Hope you're doing well out there. Casa, all you guys. Miss you guys. Great guys. And wishing you the best of luck in your upcoming season. I think that server was dynamite that you just came from as well. Following my friends as best as I can. The life is busy, but this server was outstanding. Lame Pran, you guys were excellent adversaries. Um, Meta Chaos, you guys are incredibly strong and talented and smart group. So um, appreciate all the fighting, all the good fights. Thanks for spanking my butt hard, but not too hard. Uh, and this is my 14th season playing Lord of the Rings: Rise to War. I'm extremely proud of my history and my accomplishments playing this game. I've learned a lot. This has been quite a journey, and the history is rich. And it's sad to see people leave, but it's part of the game. People come, people go. I advanced. If you looked at my thing many seasons ago when I started making my YouTube vids, I was a baby narwhal, and now I'm a middle-aged narwhal. So um, maybe next season I think I'm feeling like old narwhal. Maybe not too old though. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun, and thank you for watching my videos and supporting me. Who are some other folks that I can throw some shout outs to? Um, Man, it's just incredible season. I'm like in shock. I'm still like, this is the kind of season I've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. So let's see, who can I give some other love out to? Himley, I already talked about. Dragonborn, Meat Grinder. You guys are good dudes. And let's see, Grim, Timdor, Batukas, Antalius, good dude. Benitez, Bojan, Big Boy Blue, Burak, Boar, Doom, Dektronic, Deathrack. Just so many good people on this team. Fatal Arousal, Freya. Just really, really great team. So looking forward to seeing what we can do next season. And that's it for season 14. That's your recap of the whole season. That's everything right there. I think there isn't a whole lot that I really left out, and I hope that telling my story is appropriate for everyone that is consuming my content. If it makes you feel a certain kind of way, I apologize in advance. I'm not trying to stir the pot or make anyone angry. I'm not trying to make enemies. I'm not trying to make friends. I just like to report the facts as I am aware of them. And this server is definitely one for the history books in every single way. So, again, congratulations to everyone that was involved on a hell of a season. You rock, and let's do it again. Keep making Rise to War great. Make Rise to War great again. There'll be some changes I'm sure we'll have to adjust to next season with the game. So, looking forward to tackling those, and it'll be fun times. So, hopefully, we'll be coming at you with some more videos soon. Going to take a little break in bag end, take a nap, rest, recharge, and get ready for the next season. So, thanks again for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Turgon the Wise, signing off. Cheers.